My skin is black.
What you looking
My
at?
skin
Yeah,
is black.
I feel so good to be black right now.
All right, welcome to episode 63 of the Black in Fashion podcast. Today I am joined by Hawa. She is the creative director and designer of SincereSwim.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being with me
Thank you for
today.
having me. It's been a while. Like, I was been supposed to come. Finally did it. We're here.
Finally, I know I think we're doing due timing because at first we
Yeah.
were trying to do it like with your first launch, but now I think it's going to be better because you can speak to, how your first round went
Yeah.
versus how your second round
A lot
is
more
going.
experience.
Yeah, and be able to speak to everything. So before I start any podcast, of course, I have to acknowledge my sponsors. This podcast is sponsored by 620 Style. She is the queen of the flare pant. Make sure you check her out, and you can use code Black in Fashion to shop with her. I also like to do a icebreaker. So the icebreaker is called This or That. So you just gotta tell me which one you like over the other one, okay?
All right.
All right. Side boob or under boob?
Side boob.
Mules or wedges?
Mules.
Damn, you answer fast.
I'm sorry. I just see it. I see it in my head.
Flare leg or skinny leg?
It depends.
You gotta
It
pick
depends.
one. You gotta pick either flare or skinny.
I'll do the skinny.
All right. Berets or baseball caps?
Baseball caps. I'm such a tomboy at heart. Like, I hate it.
Well, I was just about to ask you. Adidas or Nike?
Damn. Nikes. Nikes.
Fine. All right,
Nikes.
fine.
What you was going to say, Adidas? You thought I was going to say Adidas?
I didn't know what you were gonna say. I was gonna say Reebok.
Oh, no. I would have definitely picked the other. No Reebok over here. I haven't worn Reebok in years.
Hilarious. Okay, so my first segment is it's a look. So is there anyone in the media, particularly in resort and swimwear, that you have seen just come through and like slay this week, be it social media or TV?
In swimsuits this week, not really, but I've really been inspired by Sweetie
Okay.
and her look. Like, literally, it's not based off of swimwear. I'm just saying in general, her look has been on point. Like, I feel like she's a real fashionista. She owns her look, and she just wears it, and she does what the hell she wants.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So let's start off by just learning a little bit about your background, where you're from, how you grew up. So just tell us a little bit about you and how you even came to, want to design.
Okay, so I am of African background. My family is West African. I'm first generation born in New York, well, in America. First generation. As far as me growing up, I grew up in a real cultured household, African, very Islamic, strict. So, like, you wouldn't see me in swimsuits. Like, I would have to hide to go design. Like, I'll try and, like, mix up swimsuits in my house and, like, wear them out, like, with, like, shorts and stuff. And my mom would just, like, never know, like, because I have to be always dressed up. As far as, like, my journey into becoming a designer, it was never really a thing for me. I was just always inspired by different styles of swimsuits. And I thought that because of my shape, I'm very, like, if you would say, Coke bottle or whatever, it was really hard for me to find swimsuits that would, like, complement my figure. So I thought that me going into the whole swimsuit business, it would be perfect for me to find styles that would cater to my shape and females around that. So this is why I thought to become a fashion designer in the whole swimsuit line. Yes.
What teared you away from maybe just buying something wholesale opposed to being a designer? Did you explore that option at first?
I actually thought that I wanted to be unique. I don't want to get something that someone already has made and make it into my name. I think that's, even though that's a lane for people, I wanted to just be unique and do my own thing and, like, find inspiration and make that into my own thing instead of just buying wholesale and saying, hey, this is from somebody else, but I'm selling it. I'd rather just, like, own it and just do my own thing and create.
Gotcha. So when was, like, the first time, I guess, like, you sketched or you found, like, the piece that was like, you know what, this is going to be the first thing that I make?
Girl, I used to work at a daycare center.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, like, on my lunch breaks while the kids were sleeping, I would have, like, a notebook out and I'll, like, start drawing things. I'm like, yeah, let me just start drawing. Because I really didn't want to do the whole swimsuit thing at first. I was gonna do the swimsuit thing. I was just planning on doing, like, a broad spectrum of, like, maybe blazers, dresses, but then I felt like the swimsuit thing was really my thing. So I started drawing things. I'm really a bad designer, like a drawer. I can't draw to save my life. Can't draw to save my life. So I had one of my friends, she started, like, drawing everything for me, and, like, I just literally, like, told her my vision of what I wanted it to be. and she executed it perfectly, and I loved it.
All
Hey,
our
Mimi.
friends are in the room. Hey, Sheena. Hey, Mimi.
Hey.
Hey,
Aw.
Renee.
Oh my God.
They all in there.
Y'all amazing. Y'all gonna make me blush. Okay.
Girls don't be blessed. So let's talk about just creating that first piece. Like, what was that experience about? Like, what did you do firsthand to go ahead and start creating the
Where
collection?
do I start? So that first collection that I did, I'm very proud of it. Like, I am very proud of it because I actually went and did something that I thought I wouldn't be able to do. So that in itself was just like something. So my first collection was very difficult. There's a lot of hardships that I went through. But that first piece, when I actually did figure out when I wanted to look, and when it did come out the way that I wanted it to look, it was just like a feeling of like, girl, you finally did that. Like you did that. But then like the time that it took to get to that final piece, like I literally felt like it wasn't gonna happen. Like I was just like, maybe I should give up. I don't know if I should keep doing this, but like there was like a lot of doubt in my mind.
So it was like discouraging.
Yeah, it was very
like,
discouraging because I had to go do a lot of back and forth thing with like manufacturers in Jersey. Like I used to travel to Jersey 2 hours to go do stuff, and like when I would get there, like there would be nothing done. So it's like, oh, I'm wasting time. Okay, coming back to Brooklyn and then finding people out here. So I'm like really, really blessed to find you. Lisa, I'm literally blessed to find. Like literally, she's helped me with everything, and I'm so happy I found you because yes,
course.
I always tell her this.
Did you find like you were being told one thing, or that like they were trying to overcomplicate?
Yes,
this
they
thing?
definitely
like,
were.
Was it they were being deceiving and like
Yes.
saying things were done when they weren't really done?
Yes. Especially when I met up with my second, because I had 2 manufacturers before I started working with Lanice. I found a manufacturer in the garment district, and I was working with her. Everything was fine in the beginning. Like, you know, they like to sell you dreams. Like, yeah, it's going to be done this way. I used to work in the fashion industry. This. I have dreams for you. Okay, cool. So as time would progress, like I told her I had a deadline. I wanted it to be done by this time. She would stop answering calls. I would have fabric missing. It was like times where she would tell me I need this much amount of fabric, and then like I'll bring it to her and like, no, you need more, this and that. Like it was just so much going on, and like it literally was very discouraging.
She said Lanice was having sin. I'm like,
yeah, she
I love you
was like
guys.
literally like everything. Like you
Aw,
literally
thank
came
you.
through in the clutch for me. Thank you.
Yeah. So with this manufacturer, because I just want to talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
So they'll tell you one time, like, oh, you need this amount of fabric, then you do it.
Yeah.
And then they tell you you need more. Did they at all, or did she at all, explain the process and the way things were working? Like, did you understand what was happening, or were you just like, she's all over the place?
No, she actually did explain what it was, but the thing with her was she explained everything and she went back on what she explained to me, if that made sense.
Gotcha. So
Yeah,
she sold you a dream.
yeah,
like
she
you
sold
said.
me a dream. She literally sold me a dream. So after that, I was just like, nope. And then when I actually found Lanice's company, it was just like, okay, you're telling me exactly what I need to do in order to reach a goal. And that's exactly what happened. And it happened, like it worked out in that order. And yes.
Yeah. I feel like and I think that there's also somewhat of like a language barrier in the garment district too.
Yeah,
like,
she was Asian. But
like,
she spoke perfect English.
Yeah.
Like she would literally explain to me everything that I needed to do. And when I did it, I would bring stuff to her and she'll be like, okay, well, because you didn't bring this much amount of fabric, it's gonna hold you back like maybe 2 weeks. And like I have other people that I'm working with, so you're gonna be like back there, I'm gonna work on yours after I'm done with them. And it was just like a whole bunch of back and forth that I was not, because this is like literally my first collection, so I wasn't really too educated, I would say. Like I was learning as I go with everything, so I was trusting her to like help me with the process, like be
Like she
there
had
to me.
promised.
Yes.
Okay.
And she wouldn't, girl.
So when you finally did get your pieces and you were able to do like a photo shoot,
Oh my God, amazing.
how was that? And how did you come up with the concept behind the photo shoot? And who did you get involved like with helping you like showcase like what your vision was?
Yes, so I've always had a vision of like, for me, swimsuits, I want them to be fun and vibrant and sexy and not overbearing. So with me, like I thought, I wanted something to be...
She said hair by Sheens. Make sure you plug
Okay,
her.
now plug in. Hair by Sheens. So with that, like I thought that I wanted something to be on the beach, really fun, like playful. Everybody's having fun. It don't look forced. So with that, like I had my friends help out. Shout out to Mimi. Shout out to Sheena. Shout out to everyone that was involved. Like literally, it was like amazing to see that I had so many people in my corner to like help me like execute this, and like it really like like I have a girl tribe that like y'all really support me, and I loved it. And they literally helped me come through with like the whole commercial. The commercial was perfect. Like I loved it. Everything about it was perfect. The shoot was perfect. It's just like now I know moving forward that I have to do more in order to like the whole marketing thing has to like work out. Yeah.
So like your tribe, your friends were your models. They did the hair, help you come up with concepts.
They were oiling booties and everything. My cousin was oiling booties on the beach. Okay, Sheena came through and everything. Like I literally appreciate all of y'all for like coming through and showing y'all love for me in my line.
So how after you drop like the photos and like the commercials and stuff like that, when you actually drop like the website, how was that? Like, did you get your first couple of orders in this first hours? Did it take a couple of days? Like, what was it like leading up to like you dropping it and then like actually sales?
Okay, so me leading into dropping it, like I used product photos that I used at the shoot. So like do it like a countdown. So like every day was just like maybe 6 days. I would have a picture with like a model on there with a swimsuit on, 4 days left. And then like I would just do that until it became the day of the actual launch. So as soon as that happened, I had like 2 orders in maybe like the first 3 hours.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
okay.
2 orders. Shout out to Anisha, Tony Charles, my baby.
Okay, so who did your marketing for you? Like, did you come up with the whole concept yourself for the marketing, or did you have somebody kind of come in and like help you like be strategic with putting it out?
I actually did the marketing myself.
Oh,
I did everything myself. Yeah. So like I would have input, like people would help me like maybe you should do this and then do that, but like the whole thing in itself, like I actually like planned it out like that. Okay. Yeah, where I did like the countdown. Yeah.
Do you find that it was easier, like just planning everything out yourself, or did you find it like somewhat hard, like just hearing everyone's different opinion at like one time, like, oh, you should do this, you should do that, or you should design like this? So I feel like when you express or you talk about like what you're doing, sometimes like friends and naysayers or anyone like, oh, well, you should do this instead, or you should do that. Have you ever had to like deal with like anyone speaking to you trying to tell you what you should do?
Well, listen, nobody can actually tell me what I should do. All I can do is take their opinions and make it better if I feel like that's going to make it better. Like I have my friends always telling me, maybe you should make it this way, because they're going to be consumers as well. So I want them to understand that I am taking in your opinion about what you're saying about what I'm doing with the whole swimsuit thing. I take it into consideration and I'll move forward with it, with the opinions, if I feel like it is needed to move forward with. If it's not, then like I'll be like, okay, well, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. Can't do it. It's not going to work out.
Okay. So what did you learn? Because I know you had spoke to me about like you still like sitting on like certain sizes.
Yes.
What did you learn as far as like how you're going to move into your next collection when it comes to like producing and manufacturing units, you know? So what's the biggest piece of advice you can give to others that's like that'll help them like when they start producing when it comes to like sizing garments?
I would say pre-ordering. Like I'm gonna definitely do that moving forward. I will definitely start doing pre-orders before I do like a whole bunch of sizes, because when I first started, like I was listening to people, as I told you, and I thought because I didn't have too much knowledge about the whole industry in like fashion or whatever, like I was taking into consideration, okay, maybe because a lot of people don't have extra larges, I can do a lot of extra larges and they will buy it. But it didn't work out in that way, because I have a whole bunch of extra larges sitting in my house right now collecting dust. So I'm going to just move forward and like doing the whole pre-orders and understanding that my clientele is small, mediums, and large, like girls that are Coke bottle, like I told you. So yeah, I'm going to move forward in that. Like I'll get more orders, like in more styles in those sizes, and do pre-orders in general to make sure I don't sit on too much stuff at the end.
Because right now, you definitely learn who your target consumer was, and like, and even though you thought that you was being inclusive by doing an extra large, that wasn't your clientele. It didn't work out. Yeah. What I find is that with a lot of designers, it's like, I don't want to leave anyone out, and it's not about leaving anyone out.
That was definitely
but
me.
It's about like making sure that what you're selling makes sense for the right people. So it's like, if extra large isn't selling, then extra large isn't selling, so I'm not going to continue to produce that. And then when somebody comes in and they do want an extra large, it's like, okay, you can special order it, but that's not something that I typically offer, because then I'm going to sit on that stock, and at the end of the day, that's
just money that I lost out on, money that I spent to make all of this, and it's just still sitting collecting dust. So yeah, moving forward, that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I can't. All that money.
All that money.
All that money.
So did you feel like which sold better, 2 pieces or 1 pieces?
The two pieces, so better. Yeah,
okay.
the two pieces. I'm sitting on not a lot, but I'm sitting on more one pieces than I am two pieces right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So what can we expect to see differently, or what have you encompassed from the first drop to this second drop that you are doing now?
I'm definitely using the same colors as far as the first. Like, I'm definitely using the same colors as I'm using in the first collection, but this time around it's going to be way more sexier. I feel more confident about women actually loving the pieces this time around. I feel more confident that I mean, they're like, I'm like, I don't know the word for it right now. Like, I feel like it's just lit.
It's lit.
It's lit. That's just the word that's in my head right now. It's just lit. And I feel like, yeah, I think they're going to love this collection more, because as far as like the marketing is going to happen, it's going to be way better now. And I know more about the industry a little bit more thanks to you. Yeah, so yeah, it's going to be a good thing.
What brand?
SincereSwim. SincereSwim.
So tell me this. You're leaving something out. What else are we introducing with this new collection?
We're introducing men's trunks. We're introducing men's trunks. Yes, I'm coming out with a men's trunk line. It's gonna consist of 3 styles. I'm excited. Okay, I'm excited. I don't want to give out too much because I'm actually waiting for the pictures and everything to drop. Right. But yes.
And I want to know what made you want to do men's. Like, what about the last experience was probably people be like, oh, why you ain't doing it? Was that it? Like, the people, why is the men's stuff?
Where my trunks at? This is a question. Where my trunks at? Listen, not right now. But now I'm taking into consideration that a lot of men have been asking me about stuff, like to drop stuff. So I think I'm gonna start doing that. And I don't see a lot of people working on men's trunks.
They don't
work on men's trunks. So I want to be like one of the first, if I'm not the first, to like start going in that route and actually learning what men like as far as that, and branching off, hopefully.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very excited.
So that's like supply and demand.
Yes.
You somebody keep asking you about something, you will definitely figure out that there's a market there, and you might as well go ahead and capitalize off that market. So.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I love that. So do you have like a concept in mind for like the next photo shoot?
Yes, it's probably going to be a little similar to the first concept, because I still want to keep it in like the whole playful, sexy kind of style. So it's going to be in the same concept, but maybe somewhere different.
Okay, maybe an island.
Maybe on a yacht.
Yeah, maybe on a yacht. Maybe in Vegas.
Maybe in
Cali.
On a somewhere cute and nice.
Okay.
Yes.
So I have my second segment is called "It's a Success, It's a Disaster."
Oh, child. This sounds like something right now.
So can you just speak about a time, just like in your journey, that something started off as a complete and utter disaster, but it taught you something that turned into a success for your business?
Yes. When I was working with the lady in the garment district, I went in there blind. Like, I didn't really know what I wanted exactly. I just know I wanted the pieces done. That's all I know. I wanted the pieces done. So I was literally listening to what she was telling me and not going back and doing the research. So with that, I actually started going back and like actually reading up on things now and asking you a lot of questions. I know you sick of me probably. I'm always...
I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah, so now like I know now to ask questions. I know now to like be more knowledgeable about what I'm going into, and not just doing it because, hey, I want to sell swimsuits. Let me just do this, do that, and just giving my money away just because for the sake of it,
Right.
Yeah, so that's that.
I remember you mentioning one thing about them losing something of yours.
Yeah, they lost my lining. So this lady lost my whole lining. So I had gave her fabric to like hold because she was supposed to work on my manufacturing. So when I figured out that I didn't want to work with her anymore, before I knew that I didn't want to work with her anymore, she moved my stuff to like a cutting room, you said?
Yeah.
It was a cutting room. So I found all my other fabric there, but like it's so crazy that it was just the lining that was missing.
Right.
Because you could use the lining for anything.
Right. But so somebody probably used it.
Yeah, so she probably gave it away to somebody because... Yeah, she was a bitch.
So, lesson.
I'm sorry, no cursing?
No, you're fine.
Oh, okay, yeah, she's a bitch.
Yeah, she's a bitch. It's
I didn't like, she was a bitch.
Like, that's okay.
She was a bitch.
She just randomly threw your stuff in the cutting factory.
She's like, I have no idea about the lining. Girl, I gave you the lining. I gave you the lining.
Right. So, lesson, when it comes to working with manufacturers, cutting and sewing, you should be asking them what is the cutting and sewing price and if they're doing it at their facility. If they're outsourcing it, that means they are doing lots of loads or they're just throwing it off to someone else. It should always be in the same factory. Things should be getting cut and sewn in the same factory unless you're making like 500 plus units. The fact that she sent it somewhere
and she didn't tell me.
Didn't know what the hell it was.
She didn't tell me that she was doing that.
Didn't say anything about it is like a red flag because it's just like, why the hell is it there?
Because that was a factory in itself. So I didn't understand why she took it somewhere else.
Exactly.
It was a factory. So where the fuck did you think you were taking my thing? I did not know. I didn't know. So like when she sent me somewhere else, I was just like, why is it there? I thought you were doing everything in-house.
And from a customer service standpoint, why the hell she sending you somewhere that you don't know anything
nothing
about?
Did she give you a contact
No,
name? Listen, like literally she would not, like I would call her, she wouldn't answer. I would email her, she would get back to me like maybe in a week after. It was like literally a disaster. It was a disaster.
Gotcha.
But you know, you live and learn.
You live and
you learn, sis, because that was not it. It was not it. Literally the most stressful of life. Like literally, it was so stressful.
All right. So do you have a swimwear designer that you admire or a designer that you look up to that inspires you?
I mean, there's a couple of different ones. I don't have one in particular. Like the thing with me is like I look at different swimsuits and I take from it like ideas and I'll put them together. Mm-hmm. So like I don't have one set, but like I've been looking at Closet Envy, Giannice's. I look at Mint Swim, but she's really like on the at basic, I guess.
I think she's
real
basic.
Yeah, it's real basic, but I still look at hers to see like what people like. Like I'll look at the comments and see stuff. A lot of black owned Coco D swimwear.
Sheena said, "Move closer to Lynn."
You want to see everything?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. What else? Icon Swim, I kind of look at their stuff too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a bunch of different swimsuit manufacturers and
when
stuff.
You look at their stuff, do you look at pricing?
Yes,
How do you
definitely
go
look
about
at pricing.
like creating your pricing strategy?
Well, because we're doing handmade, I'm pretty sure that makes it a little bit more expensive.
And USA made.
Yeah, and it's USA made as well. The pricing, because usually when you look at the big names on Instagram, like Giannice and stuff, I'm pretty sure they buy in like a lot of fabric, like a lot of pieces. So they're kind of cut on like the lower the more you
make, the less you can sell.
Yeah,
but if
the
you're
lower
doing
price range.
Yeah. If you're doing exclusivity and you're not making a lot of units, you do got to price up for that. Was pricing it at all like a struggle for you, trying to figure it out, or was it kind of easy?
A little bit. You had to help me with that, I remember, because I had them priced at a different price point at first. And you're just like, girl, they're handmade. That's all I kept hearing you say, they're handmade, girl, they're handmade. You need to put that price a little high. I was like, oh, girl, all right, all right.
I believe there's a consumer for everything, you know.
Yeah.
And granted, there are swimsuits out there that are cheap, but I just think that those are two different type of shoppers. Like the girl who wants the cheap $20 swimsuit, and there's a girl out there who wants a $200 swimsuit, and that's just
as long as
what it is.
It's worth the pricing. That's
right.
all I'm thinking about.
Yeah, like and cost per wear, like where it's made makes a difference. How it's made makes a difference. The fact that you won't go to the beach and see 3 other girls with my Fashion Nova swimsuit, like you're only gonna see me with it. You're only gonna see me on the yacht, me in Vegas. So like you also selling like exclusivity, you know. And I think that sometimes designers have a struggle with prices because they just afraid that it might be too high, or
that was one of my fears too.
It's like you cannot be afraid. And I'm one of them too. Not with my clothing. I used to be with myself.
Okay.
Like with consulting, my consultations is $35. Really, are $125 now. Because once I realized
you have all the knowledge, so you're good to like.
But it took me a while to get there because I also was afraid too. Like, is somebody gonna pay for it if this and that? And I would always ask we have Candace in the studio.
Candace is here.
Candace is right here. They can't. Yeah, the real mic is on.
Hi.
She's
Okay.
such a light. I would ask, I was like, do you think people would pay for it? And you always tend to ask your friends sometimes.
Of course.
And then, no offense, but like sometimes your friends are not your consumers. So it's like, I ask all my friends, like, how much would you pay for this? And then I'll get, depending on the friend I'm asking, like 7 different prices. And I'm just like, ooh, child. Yep. Okay, hold on.
I don't think I've asked any of you guys. Did I ask you about prices, Mimi? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't
it's
think
hard
because
like you want to like, okay, but they would buy this, but then you got to kind of figure out, is my friends my target consumer? Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. It depends on what it is. So like, it's hard to ask. It's like you almost got to just put it like, you got to put it on social media amongst people that don't know you and people that know you, so that there is not like a biased opinion, like how much they would pay for it.
Straight business. Yeah.
Now you got to tell me, with your stuff, the people who know you, not necessarily friends, but just people who know you, were they asking for the hookup? Did they want
No.
discounts? No prices?
No,
So you didn't have to deal
no.
with
They
that?
haven't, no.
Okay,
No.
good. Look, I'm like,
No.
sometimes
No,
it's like,
thank
so
you.
how much you got for me? Can you
Not
make
yet,
much?
because I don't think the first collection did as well as I wanted it to, so I didn't have too many people like asking about anything. But then when they did purchase, they purchased at full price. No problem, no nothing.
Okay.
So I appreciate.
And was there anything else about like your first production that you would have like changed or did anything differently? Not necessarily what happened with the girl, but like in the final one. Like in the final one, was there anything like, okay, this is what I learned from the production aspect that I would know moving forward?
No, I don't think so. I think with like more of like the marketing, I think I should have like kept that going. I feel like as it went on and I didn't see too many people buying, I was just like, getting discouraged. And it's like, okay, well, I'll post whenever I want to. And that's the mentality that you need to get off. Yeah,
Gotcha.
get off of. I need to get off of that because that's literally a thing with me. Like, okay, I'll post today because I want to.
Right.
I'll post tomorrow because I want to. And I need to be
I
consistent.
love this. Very important. Do you guys have any questions?
Yes, have questions.
This should be. I think this should be like a little. I'm gonna give
A
y'all like the last
conversation?
5 to 10 minutes for like Q&A for those who who maybe have already done something already and then they needed like some advice or some help or something like that moving into their second collections. I think that I haven't really had that many like new designers on here, and so they can't really speak to, and then who actually went through the process is you, because a lot of times new designers are still like cutting and sewing shit themselves and like trying to do custom stuff. Like I think you're one of the first new designers I've ever had that has went through the entire production process, tried to figure it out on your own,
my God.
needed some help, went past it and actually learned like from your mistakes and actually put your foot out there, because some people are scared to spend the money.
Girl, me too. I am scared.
But you did it though.
Yeah, I'm
Like-
still scared. Sometimes it's like, should I? Fuck it. Go ahead.
Right.
Fuck it.
And that's the mentality you gotta have, because being an entrepreneur is a risk. It's a risk.
Yeah.
It's risky. You don't know if you're gonna make money. You don't know if it's gonna do well. You don't know how people are gonna respond to it. But it's like you do kind of gotta be a risk taker, because it's just like scared money don't make no money.
Don't make no money,
There
sis.
go a question right there.
How much money did you save to start? I didn't really save money to start. I just literally went with it. Like it was just like, okay, well I'm gonna do swimsuits. How much is it? Okay, I don't have it right now, but I'm gonna just put it towards this, and then like it'll come. Like it wasn't like me, I have this much saved for this. I didn't do that at all. If that's what the question was.
Do you think that people should save for it, or do you think just wing it?
I mean, I think so. I think it'll be best to save, so you'll know your budget, like as far as moving forward, like you don't go over your budget and stuff if you have a budget for yourself. But yeah, I think that'd be good to save before you go and not just spend it like I did.
Okay. Oh, I have a question, because we didn't talk about it. Your packaging. You came up with like a really nice concept, like
I can't wait for my first
packaging
packaging
and like
to go
put
out.
it in. Like, who did you work with? Or how did you work through like getting the packaging done? Because you have like those really dope boxes.
I should have bought one. Shit. All right. Okay. So I started with the whole packaging. I had a vision where like I would put like the swimsuits in like a little box, and you can open it and it'll be real cute. So I started by going onto Alibaba, and I found what do you call them?
Packaging.
Yeah, a supplier from China. And it kind of took a while because I bought a whole bunch of boxes. I think I bought like 500.
Whew.
Yeah, it was a lot of boxes, and it came.
That was the order minimum, though.
Yeah, that was the order minimum.
Okay.
And like I told you, I went in it blindly. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna sell all these swimsuits, so I don't care. I'm gonna buy 500 boxes, and they were literally sitting in my room for about 3 months. Press cancel. They were literally sitting in my room for about 2 months before I actually got like a storage space for it. But the boxes are beautiful. Like I'm gonna do it where you buy like, cause I'm also coming out with accessories, sunglasses, cover-ups, scrunchies, head wraps. So like once you have stuff like that, you can put it in. Like it'll be like a whole package deal. Like a little cute box. It's black SincereSwim on it. It's real cute.
We about to die over here. So
Aw.
it's all right.
That don't look like that's gonna charge it.
It's gonna be 1%. Sorry, guys. It's not gonna charge it.
I don't think so.
You have to put
That's
it
just
sideways.
like an aux cord.
Oh shoot! Damn. Okay. Oh well, if we down the
If
live,
we
we
die.
down the live.
Sorry.
We ain't did that on this though, so we're good. Okay.
But yeah.
All right. So now you have all this packaging. You're gonna keep utilizing it because you've already invested in it now.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would change about that experience with your packaging?
Yeah, I wish I would have went with a lower MOQ.
Okay.
Yeah. But I love the package in itself. I can't wait for the first one to go out. Just like so people can experience like getting a nice little package, open it, like, you know, the whole unpacking, right? That's what you call it? The whole unpacking. The surprise.
Okay.
Yeah.
This we only got 1%, so the live will not save, but this video will be available on YouTube next week when this episode actually airs. So you guys just got a little sneak peek right now.
Actually, you could end it now and save it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. End it now and
Bye,
save
guys.
it. Later, y'all.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Hawa, for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, we still over here.
Of course.
Do you have any like recommended download video? Do you have any like recommended readings or anything that you found that helped you just learn a little bit more about business, or anything that you would recommend that someone that is pursuing a career in entrepreneurship read? Or an article.
Yeah, I just go on YouTube. I say YouTube. I just go on Google and I put in like different like design, like designers and stuff, and I'll read up on that. I don't have a specific read that I have. I just go on Google and just put in like swimsuits, manufacturing swimsuits and stuff like that, and read based off of that, like marketing articles. Yeah, it's basically that.
Just marketing articles.
Marketing, design, manufacturing. Like I read up on all those different things, but there's not a set read. Do you have anything that you would recommend to me?
I love the Fashion Business Manual. I think it helps out designers, and then the Plan, the Product, the Process by Lisa Noel Hopkins kind of walks through it. But just to be like inspired by different things, I have a book that is like how to design lingerie and swimwear.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And it's just nice to look at, to like get ideas. So I like looking like at stuff like that. Like when I'm like working with clients that do that, because it's not something. I think I did it one time. I did like a half swimwear, half lingerie collection, and
I think you showed me. It has sketches, right?
No, I did it. I did it. That was the last collection I did. I did it in 2016. I did a vacation collection.
Oh, nice.
And so I had a swimsuit that matched a piece of lingerie. I think that's when I had first fell in love, child. I was being inspired.
Love is inspiring. Love is inspiring.
All right. Well, Candace, do you want to say hi? She's been sitting in the studio with us, and we actually about to head out.
Hey guys, how are you? How's it going out there?
Like
they can't answer you. They're not answering, sis.
Right.
Hey guys.
She's so stupid. Well, she's our commentator. This is our crazy, sexy, cool moment.
Yes.
But thank you for coming.
Thank you
I
so
enjoyed
much.
this. As you guys know, like I said, this episode will be aired next week. We're gonna pop out. It's the perfect time, and we'll put it out right before she launches and give you everything. So we'll definitely use this for promo and for content.
Yes.
So make sure you guys just throw out your Instagram handles so they know where to follow you and where to shop.
Well, you can follow my business page. It's SincereSwim. You can go on SincereSwim.com to shop the collection that is up right now. To follow my personal page, it's Sincerely, HAWA. So yes, if you want to see my little personal life, my little turn up, you can go there. Anything else business-wise, go to SincereSwim.com.
Perfect. Thanks so much. And as I always say, stay black.
Stay black, sis.
Peace out.